in my room, time after time. All I've got left is my will to survive, but I've got the fire burning inside, and I've waited so long for this moment in time. I'm gonna change, you wait and see. I'm gonna be the best I can be. I'll be much better than everybody, 'cause this time it's all about me. You can dream when you sleep, you can sleep when you're dead. The bitch is hungry and she needs to be fed. I'm not gonna have sand kicked in my face anymore till the day that I die. Show me the way, show me a sign, show me that this time it's my turn to shine. I'm gonna be so much better than you, 'cause this time it's all about me.
About me, it's all about me. Not you, it's all about me. Fuck you, 'cause it's all about me.
Early to bed, early to rise. Could I have a salad instead of the fries? The odds are against me, but what the hell? I'm gonna start standing up for myself. I'm gonna change, you wait and see. I'm gonna be the best I can be. I'll be much better than everybody, 'cause this time it's all about me. Holy guacamole, holy guacamole. I just got hit by a car, and you're the one who swept me off my feet, pushed me in the street, left me in a coma. Guacamole me, guacamole you. I just got busted for drugs, and you're the one who sold me to the Fed, leaving me for dead, played me for a fool. Making guacamole, mix it in the bowlie. I just got mauled by a bear, and you're the one who covered me with honey. Thought it was so funny, how could you be so cruel? Take it. That's good. Captain Guacamole, Officer Stromboli, I just got shot in the face, and you're the one who had the smoking gun. Love is just no fun whenever I'm with you. Guacamole coma, Yuma, Arizona. I just got hepatitis C. And you were standing there with a syringe. How it makes me cringe, breaks my heart in two. Holy guacamole, lumpy, green, and rolly. Baby, I wouldn't change a thing. 'Cause even though I'm down upon my luck, I don't give a fuck, long as I have you. One day she's got a boyfriend, the next day she's engaged, and then she says she's married. Girl, why are you playing these mind games? Love games, head games, brain games, mind benders, brain twisters. She's playing with my mind. I saw her on the street with another guy. Funny, 'cause she told me she didn't want to be in a relationship. Mind games, love games, head games, word games, brain twisters, mind busters. She's playing with my mind. Word quizzes, brain busters, trivia questions, puzzle conundrums, jigsaw puzzles, crossword puzzles, Sudoku, word search.
Testing 1, 2, 3, check, test. Help! 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 Testing 1, 2, 3, check! Check 1.
Okay.
Hello, everybody. Sorry, there's a bunch of shadows all over my face. I did the sound check and I didn't have any shadows, but now it's just kind of shadowy, and I don't know. It's just very disappointed in my general visage. my physiognomical appearance. But that's nothing new. Can you hear me and you can see my shadowy face? Check. Dark Ages says it lends an air of mysteriousness, like a noir film or Hitchcock. Okay, I'll take that. Nothing like film noir and Hitchcock when you're trying to explain cooking. Saguaro Ooze says what Henry does in the shadows. Blurry Little Quest says the extra shadows are really highlighting your six-pack. Oh, I think you're referring to this this opening footage that was donated to us by Into the Ink on the Discord. Thank you, Into the Ink. And this background that we've got here comes to us from Phaedrus, who I believe is in Goose Island, Montana. Phaedrus always bringing the beauty of some of America, North America's finest spots. Kairosa says, I didn't realize our very own Into the Ink was around during Henry's Mr. Universe era. Yeah, no, I think there was probably some Photoshop or something going on there. Well, I hope you have your coffee. This is going to be a very difficult dish. It's not fun. It's going to be actually kind of shitty. But we're going to make the most out of it. Boy, I'm really bothered. I'm going to try to turn up the lights a little bit. Is that a little better, maybe? I don't know. What were we talking about? Oh, yeah. Today we're going to be making Henry's easy spring forward stir fry. So what is stir fry? I don't know. We're going to find out. I imagine there's stirring involved and there's probably frying, but you can't really go by that because there's a lot of other terms in cooking that don't seem to make any sense, you know, like pancake. Where would they come up with that word pancake? You know, Irish Drummer Boy says, hello, Henry. Hello, chat. Hello right back to you, Irish Drummer Boy. Thanks for joining us here. And I know you guys have questions. Let's see. Rag Dexon says, hi, I'm new to this broadcast. Does he have something with his lips, hence the name? There might be some shadows on my lips, but actually the name comes from an amalgamation of the first three letters of my first name and the last four letters of my last name. So it'd be Henry Phillips, so it's Hen Lips. The reason we added the one there is because there already was a Hen Lips, would you believe it? And Hen Lips was very kind and reached out to me and said, hey, it's you know, it's fine if you want to take over that name. And I appreciated it, but I said, why don't we just be Hen Lips 1 on this platform? So you can usually find me as Hen Lips or Hen Lips 1 on the various platforms such as Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Twitter. The thing is that whether it's Hen Lips or Hen Lips 1 just depends on how early I got to the game. But, you know, I think we're reaching an era where it really doesn't matter what your handle is because we all just click on links. And also, none of us care about anything anymore. So it doesn't really matter. Jaco Prime says, what are your Oscar predictions, Henry? I watched Willy Wonka last night. I don't know if that's up for anything. I thought it was okay. That's about as much as I can bring to the table when it comes to that stuff. Computer, volume 10. Computer, is Wonka nominated for an Oscar?
Willy Wonka is a fictional character appearing in British author Roald Dahl's 1964 children's novel Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, its 1972 sequel Charlie and the Great
Computer,
Glass Elevator.
stop. That's not what I asked. So, okay, if I stutter even just for a half a second, it starts with its own answer. So I have to get it ready before I ask. Computer, is Wonka nominated for an Oscar?
From WordPress.com. In 1972, Mel Stewart's Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory was nominated for an Oscar for having the best music.
Computer,
Song
just
adaptation.
stop. Just stop. Is the movie called Wonka? Am I saying it wrong? You would think that would be public information. Maybe I'll just ask chat. Is Wonka up for any awards? It is, okay. Well, the visuals were pretty good. I don't know how much you want to talk about this kind of thing, but I'll be completely honest with you. I watched Wonka, and I thought it was pretty good, I guess, sort of. But then I was auto-suggested to watch right after that the movie that came out, the Tim Burton version with Johnny Depp. And I think the big problem with that is nobody liked Johnny Depp's character in that one. And I agree, it was kind of weird. But I will say, visually, I think that movie was better. And also the music, the songs that the Oompa Loompas sang, which I believe were composed by Danny Elfman, were pretty great. Those were great songs. So I think I might prefer that movie overall just for those two reasons. And the casting for everybody else was really good too. Yeah, No Esquire says she doesn't even let you finish. Yeah, like, computer, what time...
The time is 12:10 p.m.
No. Computer, what time does the sun set...
Sunset in Glendale will be at 6:58
computer.
p.m. today.
Computer, what time does the sun set on the East Coast?
Sunset in East Haven will be at 6:53
No,
p.m.
computer,
today.
let me finish. Computer,
Sorry.
computer, what time does the sun set on the East Coast in
Sorry, I
1973?
don't know that one.
Okay, forget it. Yeah, it's very difficult. You have to have all your thoughts ready and then go fast. Wow, we have a lot of conversation here. Ms. Maru Kitty says, hope you're doing well, Henry. Excited for cooking today. Much love to you and roast beef. Thank you, Ms. Maru Kitty. Thanks for that vote of confidence. I hope it goes well. Sun Jockey, what did you think of Hugh Grant's Oompa Loompa? It was fantastic. Yeah, I think Hugh Grant, for my money, can't do wrong. Well, he did something kind of wrong once. But I'm talking about in the movies. He's great. Okay. The Omnivious says Willy Wonka is a fictional character appearing in British author Roald Dahl's... Yeah, so that's just what the computer was telling me. Shrugsley says Depp seemed like he was trying to play Michael Jackson, and he nailed that. Yeah. Except the assignment was to play Willy Wonka. That was the only problem there, I guess. Okay, well, it seems like it's got a lot of conversation topic anyway. In terms of the other ones, so I can't remember who it was, but somebody said Poor Things is great. Yeah, sounds good to me. Is it a take on the Frankenstein story? Because I'm a big Frankenstein freak. Meaning I'm a big fan of Frankenstein. I'm not a big Frankenstein freak. That's a weird thing to say about yourself. But I might be that too. Dark Ages says, still, I'm sure we'll be giving this recipe 5 bags of popcorn plus a little chef's hat. Yeah, absolutely. By the way, speaking of little chef's hat, we're hoping that roast beef makes an appearance today. Nothing yet. Okay. Schnitzel576 says, hey, Henlips, new to the stream, what are your thoughts on monkeys? Schnitzel576, thanks, welcome. I don't know if you're talking about the rock group, the Monkees, that was sort of a parody of the Beatles, but actually made some really good music in their own right. Great performers. I think a lot of the songs were written by famous songwriters like Neil Diamond. The Monkees are fantastic. Yeah, they have great music. And I don't know if you're just talking about monkeys as in primates in general. They're pretty great too. And going back to the movies, I'm really excited to see this new Planet of the Apes movie that there's a trailer for that comes out in May. So there you go with that. All right, guys, maybe we should do a little bit of music. Thanks again, Phaedrus, for this background image. I like it a lot. But let's see what else some folks are sending us here. We've got 660864 sends us this one. This gives me memories of my my last car that I had. My last car, for some reason, the visors were the first thing to crap out on me. So that was kind of rough because the sun would be in my face all the time when I was driving. And it made it difficult. But when I went to buy another car, I told the guy, I go, look, I know you guys don't like it when customers come in here and play hardball with you, but if you're going to sell me a car with no visors, I'm going to walk. And the guy was like, all right, well, you drive a hard bargain, but we'll see if we can get you a car with visors. And you just have to be strong about the things that you want. Thank you very much, 660864, for that. Kala gives us a very interesting image here. I'm not sure the context, but I like it. It looks like maybe it's part of... my eyesight isn't great, but is this part of a gaming situation? Video Kulu, and then it's got like an instructor or something. Anyway, it's great. Let's go ahead and do a song to it. I like the colors. Okay. Lacey T stepped away for a minute. What are we talking about monkeys for? Are we making something with monkey meat? No, absolutely not. I think that would be very close to cannibalism. I think that we share 99.987% of DNA with our primate friends. Well, we're primates as well. I don't know how you phrase that. Computer, how much DNA is common between Homo sapiens and orangutans, for example? Yeah, worthless. Anybody who thinks that computers are taking over the world should come over here and talk to my computer just for a second, and then you can rest easy. Zero phases. I hear in China you can order monkey brains. Allegedly, they scream while you're eating. You know, I've never been there. I do know that a lot of urban myths tend to happen about other countries, so I can't say for sure whether I'm going to take that at face value. I'd have to go there and eat screaming monkey brains in order to find out. Okay, let's go ahead now. Let's go ahead and do a song here. I'm going to put the reverb on. Check. Check, 1, 2. Testing. You can hear me? This song was requested to us actually quite some time ago. I'm going back a little bit because I've skipped a lot of them. By Clap Your Head. Clap Your Head, who I believe is one of our tier 3 subscribers. This is a song from the movie Top Gun by one Kenny Loggins, who basically owned the early part of the 80s. And I got to see Kenny Loggins perform at a backyard party one time. He picked up the guitar and he did this song and he did a whole bunch of other ones and he told stories about it, and it was pretty amazing. I think that what he said about this song was that they sent him, I don't remember what the story was, but anyway, it's not my story anyway, so it would just only be secondhand. But this is the song from Top Gun by Kenny Loggins. It's called Danger Zone, and it goes out to Clap Your Head. Thanks. Revving up your engine, listen to her howl and roar. Metal under tension, begging you to touch and go. Highway to the danger zone. Right into the danger zone. Heading into twilight, spreading out her wings tonight. She got you jumping off the deck, shoving into overdrive. Highway to the danger zone. Take you right into the danger zone. They never say hello to you until you get a red line overload. You'll never know what you can do until you get as high as you can go. Little solo there, and then out along the edge, it's always where I burn to be. I think there's a lot of slang, a lot of air pilot Navy stuff. You know, like for example, get it on the red line overload. That sounds like some kind of jargon. Out along the edge is where I burn to be. Further on the edge, the hotter the intensity. Highway to the danger zone. I'm gonna take you right into the danger zone. Highway to the danger zone. Gonna take you right into the danger zone. Thank you, Clap Your Head, for that trip down memory lane. Hank Boozle says, what if you took it to the Bono instead of the Edge? Well, we can always take it to the Bono. But yeah, I don't know if we can take it to the Edge. JSBX fan says, Henry, I gotta tell you, watching you play guitars inspired me to pick up mine again. So thanks for that. Especially love when you do solos. Thank you very much, JSBX fan. When you're cooking, you have to have something that you do while you're waiting for the oven to preheat, or while you're waiting for an hour for your casserole to bake, or whatever. I've found that the guitar is one of the best things that you can do, but you can also do gaming, or you can watch TV. You can exercise. I don't know if I'm going to do that, but there's a lot of things that you can do. So I appreciate that. Thanks. Sarbom Chan says, hate to break it to you, but we share 80% of our genes with cows. So we're much closer to cannibalism than you might think. Yes, I think that's probably true. I've heard statistics like that. Maybe there's a certain level, a certain threshold of how much DNA we share. Because I'll bet we share some DNA with plants. But I tend to not share my genes with anybody. Not that I am against it, but I just don't have anybody who wants to borrow my genes, I guess. It's Kate X says, I usually take a nap while the oven is on. Yeah, that's okay. I will say that it does give you carbon monoxide poisoning. And there's nothing wrong with that. It just makes you a little bit slower in terms of mental capacity. But it's okay because, and there's a reason for that, but I can't remember what it was, because I've got my oven preheating as well. Okay, let's see about doing another song. Thank you, Kala, for this cool image. I really like it. Let's see what else we got here. JB's Tech sends us a couple of cool ones. This one, JB's Tech says, is Nico Teso's parents' view in North Tokyo. Looks very nice, and this is a great pic too. Very flat, I think. I've never been to Japan. I thought maybe there'd be some mountains or something, but it doesn't look like there are. I'm gonna have to go sometime. It's definitely on the bucket list. Everyone type Forsen says, what the fuck? That's my house. Oh. Well, that's kind of awkward. Yeah. Dark Aegis wants to go to Japan so bad. So do I. And I'll bet you could take some great pictures there. Speaking of great pictures from Dark Aegis, we've got a contribution here. And there's a caption. It says here, books cover the floor of a room in an abandoned school. It's wild how much is left behind after they close. Wow, so these books were still there after they abandoned the school, so they abandoned the books as well. They didn't try to salvage them or recycle them or anything. This school was fancy enough to have a rock garden and a manufactured river large enough for people to ice skate on in winter. Wow, this is amazing. Feel free to let us know where this is. But thank you, Dark Aegis, for your contributions as our resident photographer here at Henry's Kitchen. Scuba Steve 361 says it looks like the teachers were very angry before they walked out. Yeah, that could be. Okay. Dark Ages says this is Gary, Indiana. So Gary, Indiana, it sounds like it's just an abandoned wasteland. Lots of abandoned schools there since the population dropped so quickly when the steel mills left and white flight, unfortunately. Yeah, okay, so Reducer 191 says this time the teachers didn't need no education. Reference to Pink Floyd's The Wall there. I like it. Okay, no, Dark Ages, this is very interesting. There are a lot of towns across the Midwest in the heartland of the USA, and I don't know if this is true in other countries or not, but that the entire town was employed by one major employer, one major factory. And then when that one factory leaves, for whatever reason, they find a cheaper place to operate, or maybe the product that they were known for suddenly became a product that we don't need anymore because it was replaced by something else. The factory shuts down, and then you see a lot of, there's no revenue, and you see a lot of things break down. And it's sad, but it is part of life. So what you have to hope for is that your institutions have a way of dealing with this problem when it happens. Okay. Chubby Lady Lover says, what's up, my fellow divers? Are we liberating Malevolon Creek today? I don't know if that's some kind of a code for something. But that's, I like it. Thank you very much for that. And Borsenvin. Borsenvin gave us a donation of $7, and let's see. Also says $6.99 to be specific, and says, Henry, after this passionate speech, here's an opportunity to learn together. What's the difference between an enzyme and a hormone? You can't hear an enzyme, but you can hear a hormone? I'm not sure if I understand. Okay, but thank you, Borsenvin, for the... Oh, I see. I just got it. Sometimes a joke takes a couple of seconds, and that one I just finally got. Jesus Gramps says, yeah, I don't get it. You'll get it. It'll happen. It might be later on tonight. Ms. Morrow Kitty resubscribed. Thank you so much. Codex of Die-Fed gifted a tier 1 sub to Joker's Wild. Raziel's Lament resubscribed and says, 20 months as a user. What am I doing with my life? Thanks, Henry. Thank you, Raziel's Lament. Good to see you on here. JMG Golden God resubscribed. I also, wow, Beelzebub resubscribed at tier 3 for 22 months and says, hi, Henry. Hi, Beelzebub. It's great to see you on here. Beelzebub, one of our very original users here. Borsenvin gifted a tier 1 sub to Gabefish69. We also have friend Schubert, who resubscribed for 22 months and says it's time for the most thankless, time-consuming activity of the day, cooking. You're absolutely right. And Nella Wallen resubscribed for 3 months at tier 3 and says if there's 100,000 Henry fans in one, if there's 500 fans, I'm one. Oh, sorry, I'm one. If there's one Henry fan, it's me. Thank you very much, Nella Wallen. That's very nice to hear. Also, Sickly Boy has resubscribed for 15 months and says, I love being a user, but I get weird looks when I say that out loud for some reason. Yeah, apparently there's another term that that user refers to, and I'm not quite sure what that is. Okay, let's thank you very much, Dark Ages, for this cool background pic. Let's see what our count is right now. Oh, we're at 498 subscribers, so I don't know how that works. When we started, we were at 495, but we just had all these people subscribe. I think it's because that while we're doing the stream, the ones from a month ago drop off at the very moment. So it's always an uphill battle with this, but I appreciate all of the contributions, and I think that 500 subscribers is plenty respectable, and I'm very happy and grateful. Okay, let's do this other song. This one was requested to us by Joffy, Joffy, and I don't know who they are on Twitter. I'm sorry, on Twitch, but on the Discord, they are Joffy. So let's just take a look at some other photos. Michael Bublé 4422, who is actually the real Michael Bublé, sends us this picture, which looks good. Maybe that's a dish we're gonna have to try. Thank you also to Matt, the blue collar guy, has resubscribed for 2 months and says, got my coffee and ready for more incredible cooking from him. Thank you, Matt, the blue collar guy. I raise my coffee mug to you. Thanks for joining us. We're gonna have fun today. Let's go ahead and do this song. I'm gonna change the background image. Thank you, Michael Bublé, for that awesome picture, and we love your music here at Henry's Kitchen. It's Kate. Gave us a cool one. VHS rental. Yes. So I imagine that these are. This is a store that is harder to come by nowadays, but it's a VHS rental place, and it's a place where you can watch Henry's Kitchen type stuff on VHS. So thanks, It's Kate X. Let's go ahead and do this song. I think that's a great picture, but I don't know if it's appropriate for this one. Well, Chubby Lady Enjoyer tipped $3. Wow, thank you very much. Thank you very much for that donation. That's very kind of you. And it says, cooking is really cool. It reminds me of my childhood in the slums where I had to fight other kids for food once. Also, my mom was a narc addict. Oh, okay. And my dad beat her. Wow, okay. But I really like cooking. Okay, well, very kind of you to make that donation. Chubby lady enjoyer, and we just want to say that, you know, everybody has their own bag of shit, for lack of a better phrase. There's probably a lot of better phrases, but for whatever reason I chose that one. But you know, everybody's got their stuff to deal with. A lot of people here are coming from different life paths, but the fact that you donated $3 means that I am on your side. And I am there to support you. Blurry Little Quest says, we're all bags of shit if you think about it. Yeah, that's deep. Okay, it's Kate X. Thank you very much for that cool photo of the VHS rental at Henry's Kitchen. Let's try a different one here. I'm going to go with JB's Tech. Sends us what looks to be a Japanese garden. So can I assume then that JB's Tech is actually in Japan? Because JB's Tech doesn't seem to be here. Computer, what time is it in Tokyo right now?
In Tokyo, it's 4:34 a.m.
Yeah, so that explains it. I think JB's Tech is probably sleeping. And what's happening now is that he sent photos earlier. And okay, it is now time for us to go ahead and do another song. Spare Parts 2, thank you for your resubscription. This is an odd song. This one goes back to the 70s. Joffe wanted to hear it. It was sort of a one-hit wonder type thing by C.W. McCall. And there was a movie called Convoy. I don't know if it was one of those things where Hollywood made a movie because the song was such a hit, or it was the other way around. But it's about a trucker convoy, and it's in the late 70s, and there's a lot of CB language. So it kind of ties in with the theme of the Danger Zone, which had a lot of jargon from, I guess, Navy pilots, and there was stuff like, you know, catch it on the red line overload, whatever that means. I had a red line overload once. But Borsenvin says, Rubber Ducky, what's your 10-4? Yeah, there's going to be a lot of that. So this is CB language. And I don't know if people still speak CB, but it was a big common thing back in the 70s. So I'm going to be trying to do the CB language here, but I'm probably going to fail at it. We still have the reverb on, right? Check, one. Okay, let's go ahead and do this song. All right, jeez. This is going to be tough. Breaker 19, hold on a second. I have a roast beef appearance that we're going to have to do something about. Oh, wait, no, roast beef isn't here yet. Hold on, everybody. We're going to...
One day she's got a boyfriend, the next day she's engaged, and then she says she's married. Girl, why are you playing these mind games? Love games, head games, brain games, mind benders, brain twisters. She's playing with my mind.
Hello? Can you hear me and see me? All right, I think I had a technical glitch there, and it seems to be better now, I guess. Okay, everybody. I'm assuming that you're there, but I'm not sure. Dark Aegis says, no worries, everyone just rolled with it. We took a moment to jam. Okay, good. All right, here we go. The girl in this song seems like a sociopath. Which song are you talking about? Are you talking about the one that I'm about to do? I'm not sure. Okay. I had a moment of confusion. I think it's the Japanese garden that's throwing me off. I'm going to go ahead now and let's find one that we can use for this specific purpose. I want to try to find something that looks like a highway. This was Michelle C. This one's a little too sort of beautiful. I know if I go back far enough, I'm going to find a highway type picture. Something with the city or maybe the country, but I don't have. The neighbors have got some kind of dog situation happening, which is making it difficult for me to concentrate. I know we're going to be able to find something here. Sorry. I'm going to give up in a second, but I just was hoping that I'd be able to find. We have a lot of beautiful sunsets. But not a lot of city stuff. I imagine a lot of people live in more rural areas. What's this? No, that's not it. Okay. All right, well, I don't want to spend all this time trying to find the right picture for this song, but I thought, maybe it'd be fun if we could. I'll just find a generally nice one. Let's go ahead and do. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Nella gives us this photo here. Yeah, this is a highway. This is perfect. Thank you, Nella. Okay, we're going to go ahead and do this. Now, you can hear me and you can see me. This is a tricky song, so I'm going to do the best I can. And then it starts off with some CB type language. Breaker 19, this is Rubber Duck. You got copy on me, Pigpen. Come on, 10-4, Pigpen for sure. By golly, it's clean, clear, Flagtown. Come on, yeah, that's a big 10-4 there, Pigpen. Yeah, we definitely got the front door, good buddy. Mercy sakes alive, looks like we got us a convoy. Was the dark of the moon on the 6th of June in a Kenilworth pulling logs, cab over Pete with a reefer on and Jimmy hauling hogs. We is heading for the bear, I-10, about a mile out of Shaky Town. I says, Pigpen, this is the Rubber Duck and I'm about to lay the hammer down. Cause we got a little old convoy rocking through the night. Yeah, we got a little old convoy, ain't she a beautiful sight? Come on and join our convoy, ain't nothing getting our way. We gotta roll this trucking convoy across the USA. Convoy. Breaker Pigpen, this is the Rubber Duck and you want to back off them hogs. I assume hogs means he eats a lot of hot dogs, maybe. Convoy, yeah, 10-4, about a mile or so, for sure. She's a valley girl, 10, Roger. Them hogs is getting tense up there. By the time we get to Tulsa town, we had 85 trucks in all. But there's a roadblock on the Clover Leaf, and there's bears wall to wall. Yeah, them Smokies is thick on bugs on a bumper, and even had a bear in the air. I said, call in all trucks, there's a duck. We about to go hunting bear. Cause we got a great big convoy rocking through the night. Yeah, we got a great big convoy, ain't she a beautiful sight? Some join our convoy, ain't nothing getting our way. We gotta roll this trucking convoy across the USA. Hey, you want to give me a 10-9 on that, Pigpen? Negatory, Pen. you're still too close. Yeah, the hogs are starting to close up my sinuses. I guess that's hot dogs. Mercy sakes, you better back off another 10. Well, we rolled up Interstate 44 like a rocket sled on rails, and we tore up all the swindle sheets and left them sitting in the scales. By the time we got to Chi-Town, that's Chicago, I know that, them bears were getting smart. They brought up some reinforcements from the Illinois National Guard. There's armored cars and tanks and jeeps and the rips of every size. Yeah, the chicken coops were full of bears and choppers filled the skies. Well, we shot the line and went for broke with 1,000 screaming trucks and 11 long-haired friends of Jesus in a chartreuse Mercury bus. Rubber duck to Sodbuster, come over. Yeah, 10-4 Sodbuster. Listen, you want to put the microbus in behind the suicide jockey. Yeah, he's hauling dynamite and he needs all the help he can get. Cause we got a mighty convoy rocking through the night. Yeah, we got a mighty convoy, ain't she a beautiful sight? Join our fucking convoy, ain't nothing getting our way. Cause we got a fucking convoy across the USA. Boy, this song goes on, and we're only halfway done. 10-4 Pigpen, what's your 20? Wow, they ought to know what to do with them hogs for sure. Well, mercy sakes, good buddy, we're gonna back out of here, so get the bugs off your glass and convoy. We'll catch you on the flip-flop. I know what that means. This here's the rubber duck on the duck side. Convoy. We got a mighty convoy rocking through the night. Yeah, we got a mighty convoy, ain't she a beautiful sight? Come on and join our convoy, ain't nothing getting our way. Cause we got a fucking convoy across the USA. Convoy. Alright, everybody. Boy, oh boy, that song is a mouthful. Let's, I think it's time to cook because our veggies are starting to get stale. So let's do that. That song was co-written by, I think it's Chip Davis, the guy who did the Mannheim Steamroller Fresh Air albums. David Blowy, and I think this is the real David Blowy, says, what is the song even about? Yeah, there's some kind of truckers that are having a problem with the police, or the pigs, I guess. The pig pen is the police in this song, and they bust through the state border with all their trucks and probably hurt a lot of people, but then they celebrate it in a song. I don't know. Who knows? Got some neighbors here. What would be your CB radio trucker name, Henry? Asks everyone type Forson. And then everyone type Forson says, quote, mine would be Big Hog. Well, mine, I think maybe it would have something to do with cooking. Maybe it would be kitchen guy. I don't know. I'm not really very creative when it comes to names like that. Okay, all right, everybody. I think it's time to get to work. We've got a lot of work to do. I'm very excited about this dish because I'm going to be using this. This is a brand new pan. It was $100, and the reason for that is that it's stainless steel on this side, but it's ceramic on this side, so it's no stick. Also, this is a solid, if I ever get a burglar or something, this could be a weapon. This thing is really, that would really hurt. It would look a little bit like a Tom and Jerry cartoon or something, but yeah, we're going to be showing off that new pan for sure, and I'm looking forward to it. They're not sponsoring me or anything. It's called Green Pan But I figure if I'm going to say something good about something, I might as well say their name. It's called Green Pan, and this is the 10-inch pan that they make. Yeah, JSBX fan says, the fruit flies better beware. Yeah, if I see a fruit fly on my bookshelf or something, I'm going to smack it with this thing. But those fruit flies are very quick, so you might run out of the way and I'll just end up damaging my furniture. Okay, let's take the reverb off. Check 1, 2. Okay, time to get serious. Fun time is over, guys. It's time to cook. That's what we're doing now. So let's take a look at our, we're going to have to do an ad at some point, but we've got another 10 minutes or so. Computer, set timer for 9 minutes.
9 minutes, starting now.
Okay, let's start talking about stir fry. This comes to us from momsonbreak.com. Says this easy chicken stir fry recipe is loaded with fresh veggies and is the most delicious sauce made with honey. We don't have honey. And sesame oil. We don't have that either. Wait, I think I'm reading the wrong recipe. Hold on. That's the wrong one. So let me go to there should be another one here. No, that's not it. Hold on, everybody. I'm very sorry about this. Oh, come on. Hold on a second here. That's chicken stir fry. That's not what we're doing. We're doing vegetable stir fry, but for some reason that one has pasta in it and it's got some kind of miniature corn type things. We're not using that or broccoli. This is what we're doing. Okay, this is what we've got. We've got our salt, pepper, some butter, pre-opened, and then we've got our mushrooms, baby carrots. Now the recipe asks for 1 giant carrot that you slice up into baby carrots, but I'm skipping a step and just making it baby carrots. I've got some oil. This is not olive oil. The recipe calls for olive oil, but this is liquid fluid, which is the same thing. This is kikkoman soy sauce. We've got some chicken broth. You can use veggie broth if you want to make it a vegetarian dish. I've got some fécula de maíz, which means cornstarch in Spanish, I believe, and also a little garlic poking out there. So I think that covers the ingredients. I know you guys have questions, and we're going to get to them. But let's just say here, let's see here. This vegetable stir fry, sauteed vegetables smothered in a quick sweet and savory sauce. This one pan, and of course we're going to be using this pan, veggie stir fry is delicious served as a main course or a side with fluffy white rice. We're not going to be using rice. A stir fry is a great option when you're in the mood for Asian but don't want to order takeout. Okay? Hey, this is the recipe you want to have on hand for quick dinners, especially if you have vegetables you need to use. We used baby corn spears, that's what those things were, mushrooms, red pepper, and broccoli, but you can use just about any vegetables. So that's an important part of this. Kairosa asks if I'm a fan of the soy chorizo from Trader Joe's, and I'm going to say that's a resounding yes. It's very good. I mean, I'm a big chorizo fan anyway. But that soy one, sure, it's not meat, but it actually has all the same flavorings, and you can actually put it in your omelet, and it pretty much tastes just as good as what it's trying to imitate, I guess. Okay, guys, but we're getting off a little bit. You can use any vegetables that you have sitting around for this recipe. That's important. I want you to get creative. You know, if you've got, you can use fruits in there too. You can use meat, fruit. You can use any kind of food basically that you have. You can use condiments. Just put mustard in there, whatever. But the idea is that you're doing it yourself and it's your own creation. If it comes out tasting like shit, that's okay. There was also something else I was going to say. Oh yeah, this is what you call spring forward. So we're springing forward. We're setting our clocks forward 1 hour. That means that you're going to get less sleep. But if you have not done that, do it. For a long time, I tried to fight it, and I was just like, no, I refuse. I'm not going to do it. But then what I found out was that if everybody else does it around me, then it just makes me, it just screws me over. Because I remember I was supposed to cater a wedding, and they told me to be there at 1 p.m., but I got there at 2 p.m. because I didn't spring forward or whatever. And I was like, no, I'm sorry, I refuse to abide by that time rule. And they fired me, but it wasn't just because of that, but it was also because the food that I made for some reason ended up tasting like shit. It's Kate X says, my clocks don't change until the end of the month. Does that mean I can't make this recipe? No, it's completely unrelated to the recipe, but I thought we'd call it spring forward stir fry because not only does it have alliteration, but it also is a reminder for you to set your clocks correctly. Okay. Let's go ahead and get started now. Computer, how much time left on the whatever?
I missed something. Can you say it again?
Computer, how much time is left on
You
the...
have 2 minutes and 20 seconds left on your 9-minute timer.
Okay, why don't we go ahead and show our ad to the unsubscribers right now, because I don't want to have a situation where I'm teaching important cooking techniques and then the automatic commercial comes up. So this would be a good time if you want to take that little break that you've been wanting to do for the bathroom, or maybe grab a snack, or maybe you want to go on a hike. We've got 3 minutes. Okay, Jose frickin' Perez says, I sprung forward one time, but I just ended up hurting my back. Yeah, they don't want you to do it literally. You just have to do it figuratively with your clock. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and show a 3-minute ad to the non-subscribers, and the rest of us are going to still sit here and just sort of chat. No Frag TV says, should I preheat the oven an hour before the time difference? For the time difference. No. I don't want to confuse everybody with this. We're not actually incorporating the time change into this recipe. This recipe's going to be the same no matter what time you're cooking it. Puglady 2600 says, we don't spring in any direction. Yeah, because I think that's because you're in a zone where it doesn't really matter. The only problem is it does make it confusing to the people around you, but that's all right. So it says, what should I change my clock to? You don't have to change it to anything, Pug Lady. This is literally just I put it in the title because it sounded cool and it was appropriate, the spring forward stir fry, but I hope I didn't cause confusion with that. Pure Improv says, does slurping soup enhance the taste? Gosh, I don't know that it changes the taste, but it changes your perception of the taste. Because a lot of taste it is really in our brain. And based on what our environment is, our brain interprets tastes differently. Computer, stop. Okay, let's see how much time we have left here. We have 1 minute and 15 seconds, and I also have some thank yous. Blue Lydia says, Henry, what happened? You went away. No, I didn't go anywhere. I'm literally just still here, but we're doing this as an ad. We have another minute. I want to say some thank yous, though. Havadi resubscribed for 14 months. Thanks, Havadi. And Steven909 resubscribed for 22 months, and it says it's my time of the month again. And Spare Parts 2 resubscribed for 15 months. That's awesome. Nella Wallen says, Henry, you remind me of my old 1997 Chevy Silverado. Wow, that's cool. Chevy Silverado is definitely a classic, and maybe that's what you're trying to say. Dark Ages says, will you be watching the On Cinema Oscar special or the traditional Oscar ceremony tonight? Henry, I won't be watching either of them because award shows in general I'm not a huge fan of. The only award show that I highly recommend is NIMS Streamer Awards end of the year award stream. That's thoroughly entertaining, and also I've been involved in it, and I think that award shows, it's nothing against them. I don't think that cooking should be something that mixes with the Oscars. And cooking is my life. I don't know what I'm talking about. JSBX fan says, when Norm Macdonald was alive, it was great to watch the Oscars with his tweets. They were so funny. Oh, I'm going to have to go back and look at some of those. He was an incredibly funny guy. R.I.P. Steven909 simply says, my wife, with a question mark. I'm not sure what the answer to that is. And I'm not sure how to respond. Okay, so let's see where we're at with it. Okay, it looks like... Oh yeah, you guys have been here for a while. So let's go ahead now and get back to work. All right. What's our first order of business here? It says this is easy. I hope it is. We're not preheating any ovens for this. First thing we want to do is we want to prep vegetables, saute, make the sauce, add the sauce. So it should be pretty straightforward. I unfortunately have to fast forward after or scroll down all this other crap. Instructions. In a large nonstick skillet, which we have now, and I can't wait to use it, over medium heat, you want to add the oil, add the vegetable stir fry about 13 minutes or until the vegetables are crisp and tender. Add the butter, garlic, ginger, and cook until fragrant. So guys, this is going to cook fast. So you want to have all of your ingredients prepped and ready to go. So let's go ahead here and put our new grain pan, no stick, $100 pan in the forefront. And we're going to, what does it say? It wants it at medium heat. So it's got a setting for medium. So we're going to push medium. And then also I want you to know this is an induction stove. So this just uses magnets and electricity, so it doesn't have a flame of any sort, and that makes it much safer, and I think it's more energy efficient too. And then, but the only way it works is that we have stainless steel here to get it all heated up. So let's push start. All right. A lot of people asking how magnets work. I don't know, and that's beyond the scope of my job as a cooking explainer. So now we're going to heat the oil. So I've got here, it says olive oil in the recipe. I'll be using liquid fluid, which is a different type of oil, but it still works. And of oil, it says here that we want 2 tablespoons. So we're going to grab our handy tablespoon situation thing. Okay, so we're going to be heating that up. Jolly Awesome 1 says, hey Henry, I learned how an induction cooktop was made earlier, but then I immediately forgot. How's your day going? It's going okay. Well, you might want to check on your oven, and if you've been preheating your oven, you might have carbon monoxide poisoning. And that might be why you forgot the thing that you just learned earlier today. Okay. So let's go ahead and get this going like that. And heat the oil, add the vegetables, and stir fry for 13 months. So what I have in terms of my veggies, as you can see, I've got mushrooms. You know, while I'm waiting, I think I might just cut these mushrooms a little bit. Not too much. But since we have the time. Now these mushrooms are going to shrink. But I'm basically just cutting them in half. And if you're cooking for a professional situation, you want to wash your hands before you touch your food, and you also want to rinse these mushrooms because they have various germs on them. I'm not cooking for a professional situation. I'm just cooking for myself, so I don't need to be doing those things. Borsenvin gifted Jolly Austin 1 a sub. Thank you very much, Borsenvin. All right, now let's go ahead and let's see what we're at with it. Okay. I guess we're just going to throw in these veggies. Let's see. Add the vegetables and stir fry for 3 minutes until vegetables are crisp and tender. And we're going to add our carrots as well. Dark Ages says, I can already tell this is going to be good as hell. Yeah, I mean, I honestly don't see what could go wrong in this situation. Seems pretty straightforward if you ask me. Computer, set timer for 3 minutes.
3 minutes, starting now.
And now we got to get ready to add the butter, garlic, and cook. So I'm going to get my garlic ready. Move this out of the way a little bit. I want to show you how I work with garlic. You basically want to grab a piece of it. You want to peel the outside part. Something like that. And then we want to cut it up. This is called dicing. It's probably one of the more basic techniques that you need to master when you're in the kitchen. Dicing is very similar to slicing, at least in terms of the way they're pronounced. But in terms of the technique itself, there's actually a whole world of difference there. Okay, I think that's going to be enough diced garlic. Mincing is when you cut the ones that are, you cut the cuts basically. You cut it twice as much. I don't want to mince this, although I've gotten pretty damn close. So that's our garlic. I lost a little bit of it there. And we also want butter. How much butter here? Oh, and don't forget to stir your stir fry. They wouldn't call it stir fry if they didn't want you to stir it while it's frying. Now, in terms of butter, it wants 2 tablespoons. Okay, so that's actually not too hard. We've got tablespoon markations on every butter. You see that? So I'm just gonna get basically, this has breadcrumbs on it, unfortunately, so I'm gonna probably go ahead and cut those off. Computer, stop. Okay, now we're under the gun a little bit. I'm gonna cut the breadcrumb parts of my butter off, because I don't want that in here, but that should be good. Okay, so now we're gonna add in the butter, and we're gonna also add in our garlic. There's probably a better way to do this, but I don't really have time because it's frying, and I can't be messing around with all kinds of technical stuff. So let's push this back into the forefront. Ooh, that butter smells good. Let's see what's next here. Cook until fragrant. Well, I mean, it already was fragrant pretty much immediately. That's actually a lot of butter, I think. I may have gone a little crazy with the butter. But I think like Anthony Bourdain said once in an interview, if you knew how much butter there was in a restaurant, and then I don't remember how he finished it. Okay. Okay, that's that. Now in a small bowl, we're going to start working with our other, with our sauce. So here we have our sauce. We're going to combine 1/4 cup chicken broth. I have to find my 1/4 cup. Okay, it's right here. That's our chicken broth. And then it also wants us to do half a teaspoon of fecula de maize. So this is also known as cornstarch. I don't really know what it does, to be honest with you. I imagine it's the starch from corn, but it only wants a little bit. It wants half of a teaspoon, which is gonna be this. Okay, half a teaspoon of fecula de maize, and then we want our soy sauce. We want 3 tablespoons. I'm going to be using Kikkoman. Three tablespoons. So this is going to be a very soy saucy sort of taste. It's going to be soy saucy and brothy and fecula de maize. Okay. And optionally, you can put some Frank's Red Hot sauce in there, but I don't think I need this to be very hot. So now we're going to grab a whisker, but also we want to make sure that we're still stirring up our stir fry, right? It's literally called stir fry. It's actually, yeah, it's so much butter that I don't know. I think I might have done too much butter because I'm smelling massive amounts of butter. Okay, so let's see what it says now. In a small bowl, pour the sauce over the vegetables and stir, okay? Let's move this over. We have some alerts here. We've got the Dandy Trucker resubscribed for 4 months. They used to call me Greasy Carrot at school. Well, thanks, Dandy Trucker. I wonder if you can tell us what some of that stuff means in the Convoy song we just did. Also, Lenny PH resubscribed for 2 months. Thank you. And Ryan C3483 resubscribed for 13 months and says, Henry, is it safe to leave my Oreos unrefrigerated due to the dairy in the cream? No, because they put so many chemicals in there that stuff's going to be alive way later than you are. I want to just tell everybody that my dad, who passed away a few years ago, had golf clubs, and he actually stopped golfing somewhere in the 1990s. But I wanted to learn how to golf, so I found his old golf clubs in the garage, and I noticed there was a little pocket in the golf club bag, and I opened it up, and there was a ham and cheese sandwich in there from the early 90s. And here's the scary part. It was in perfect condition, and the reason for that is that all of the preservatives in those various foods were keeping it from being biodegraded by bacteria and stuff like that. So Oreos, probably more so, are going to be around way after we're all dead. Oreos and cockroaches, I believe. Okay, here we go. This is, I'd say this is probably going well for the most part. I'm a little worried about these carrots because they're actually from 2023, but they still look like carrots, so I don't think I have much of a problem with it. Okay, let's see what our next order of business is here. We're going to turn the heat down to medium-low. Actually, I was supposed to do that a while ago. And then we're going to pour, okay. What's weird is I have some salt and pepper here, and it hasn't told me to do anything with it, but I think that's from a recipe, another recipe. I'm going to go ahead and just put some on there. Some salt and some pepper. The whole thing about stir fry is you can be creative. You can stir fry anything that you want and just enjoy it. I think this is almost ready. It's probably a little hot. But see how this pan is making it so it doesn't stick. Now, I want to say again, these people at Green Pan don't sponsor Henry's Kitchen, and I'm sure if I approached them, they'd say, you're out of your mind. Why would we do that? You suck. I mean, that's what most of these people say when I approach them. That's why I'm so happy about the folks at Factor and HelloFresh for being kind enough to sponsor some Henry's Kitchen videos. But, what was I talking about? Oh, yeah. This is a great pan. It's a great pan, and I'm very excited about it. So let's turn the heat, I guess, to the off position here. That off button is broken, so I have to unplug it, unfortunately. But wait, I'm going to stir it a little bit more. We're stirring and frying, and that's where they come up with the term stir fry, I guess. But you can't always rely on that. Because like I said, pancake is a term that refers to the breakfast item that we're all familiar with, but why on earth would they call it a pancake? What, are we cooking some type of a cake on a pan? Okay. That might be actually how you make pancakes, I'm not sure. Okay, I'm gonna unplug this now. Are you still there? Is anybody there? Check. Help. You can hear me and you can see me. Borsenvin says, what's Henry talking about? That's a good question. Sometimes I don't really know. Scuba Steve 361 says, I thought stir frying was just swirling a spoon around in a deep fryer. Yeah, it is that, but it's more. A lot more. Okay, let's go ahead and do our thank you song for all the people that have contributed to the Henry's Kitchen streams. Maybe we can pick a nice melody for this. I think I'm going to go ahead and do the... Michael Bublé 4422 says, I worked in a restaurant in high school and I had to write the board of specials one day and I spelled it pancakes. Oh, I see. You spelled it with the K, and I wouldn't have even known that it wasn't spelled that way. All right, let's go ahead and let's do it to the Holy Guacamole song by Jose Suicidio. This is a song that goes out to all of you, the users, that make Henry's Kitchen a possibility. Let's see, I'm just going to, for fun, see what our count is up to. We have 501 subscribers, so we passed the 500 threshold thanks to you. I really appreciate that. Thanks, everybody. And let's see if I have any alerts to read out. The Dandy Trucker, thanks again. Lenny PH, Borsenvin gifted a tier 1 sub. Jolly Austin 1, Chubby Lady Enjoyer, Ryan 3483. Thanks, everybody. So let's now... we have 463 viewers. Okay, that's quite a few. If you're new, what I do is I like to sing a song of gratitude to not only the people who run the Discord, but also the folks who are moderators, people that came to me early on and said, how can I help? Technical advisors, the big famous streamers like Nim, who started showing Henry's Kitchen YouTube videos to people and suddenly building an audience so that when we came to Twitch, we already had built-in people that were joining us. So, and then of course, not least at all, the tier 3 subscribers. And that list keeps growing. And I thank you for that. Actually, it's probably a lot fewer than this because I haven't checked it in a while, but we'll sing it all. So to the tune of Jose Suicidio's Holy Guacamole, this song goes out to you, the users of Twitch. Hello, test. You can hear me with reverb now? Okay, here we go. Okay. Falcon and Dingo Bob, Dom Beef Hot Bear 1110, Dude Dingle Dogoggle, Dr. Flanges and Batcoos, Shane Yes Beelzebub, Mochi's Nirvana, it's Kate, Kairosa, Daisy Blossom, Sir Doom, Bumble Vision, the LGX, Pilskman, Melon 95, Nim Force and Moon XQC, Amaru and S-Fan, Bonnie Rabbit, don't forget Quanto, Johnny Punk 22, the Cheernex, Denosaur, Nico Taso, Henry Philippopoulos, Shandis 2, Gayfish 69, Archmage Kale, Mochi's Nirvana, Sickly Boy, High 134, Chi, Essity Tiz, Moe Melody, Elaic _ Sexy Daddy 420, Gary Busey, ASMR, Zodiac Tone, BLsB, Henlips 1, Computer Please Fart for Me, Burrito 5555, Everyone Type Forsen, Nova Glarian, Tankerton, Forsenvin, Ella with JV's Tech, Clap Your Head, Purple Donut Filling its Fruit, Parasitosis, Saguaro, Oozone, Bane, and Took My Nuts, Game Master, Flash Ransom, GR, ICJ, Frog, Freezy Frog, Pancake King 2, Cat Food, Taste Tester, Passion Error, Computer Help, Maros _ Nella Wallen, Bill Larkin Music, and don't forget Quanto. That last chord was totally out of context, but thanks everybody. I think it's time to try our food here. Let's see what we got. It's definitely cooled down quite a bit, so let's do some plating. This is a stir fry. You can decide whether you want to use a plate to plate it, or if I'm going to be using a bowl, which technically would be called bowling it, or just bowling. So let's go ahead and put our bowl down on this a flat, dry surface, and then we're going to grab our stir fry situation. We want we're probably going to use a fork for this. Ooh, that sauce is, I think the fécule de maize makes the sauce so that it comes out with a little bit of a consistency to it, which is nice. All right, so if you want to see what we have here, this is our stir fry. And it smells good. If you want to see what we were going for in the original recipe, I don't know. I mean, they used different veggies and they have pasta. I don't know why they added pasta, but that was kind of cheating because it doesn't ask for pasta in the thing. But this is what we have, and I'm going to try it right now, and I think it's probably going to be delicious. Let's take a look. I want to get a little bit of everything on here. Holy shit. This is really good. Holy shit. That's so good. I didn't get as much carrot on that one. The mushroom. Guys, this is so good. This is amazing. So there were several recipes for this. So I got a little confused. This one comes to us from Natasha's Kitchen, vegetable stir fry. We did it exactly the way it says, and we came up with some pretty damn good food here. Once again, if you want to see what this looks like, it's vegetable stir fry. And it's very carrot heavy, I will say, but the sauce really makes it. And then the mushrooms, I mean, really, this is going to make a nice lunch. I'll probably still be hungry afterward, but that's okay. I think we did it. Woo! This was really good. Make It Work says soggy bison. Check 1, 2. Oh, did I have the reverb on? There it is. Okay. All right, everybody. Well, I'm going to eat the rest of this. This was fantastic. I hope you had a good Sunday. Hello. Kairosa says, Henry's on a roll. He hasn't messed up a dish this week. That's correct, I think. I don't remember what we did on Wednesday, but I don't really remember messing anything up recently. Not Waffle House rated our channel with 16 viewers. Thanks, Not Waffle House. If you want to know what happened here at Henry's Kitchen today, we made stir fry from Natasha's Kitchen, and it came out looking like this. What we were going for was something a little more like this, but that's okay. We didn't have quite all the ingredients, and we also didn't have pasta, but there's no pasta in the recipe anyway. I think they just added that for the picture. But it came out so good. This is delicious. And I'm gonna have a little more. I don't know why it's so good, but it is. I think maybe the soy sauce, also a lot of butter and whatnot. Thank you very much, Not Waffle House, for that raid, and we're gonna have to check your channel out at some point. JV's Tech just joined us and cheered 69 bits and says water buffalo. What they meant by that was Mel's alter ego resubscribed for 6 months and says happy half a year of awesome foodstuffs. Thanks, Mel's alter ego. This was great. So we ended up here today with 502 subscribers, so I really appreciate that. The followers reached a standstill, and they've never increased since about a year ago. It's really kind of amazing when you think about it. It's quite amazing. But I know you guys have a couple questions, so I'm going to answer a couple questions, and then maybe we'll do a raid ourselves. Krom Garwar says, Chutney Cheese Wheenie Bites 2.0 when? Yeah, it's been almost 10 years now since I've made my spectacular Chutney Cheese Wheenie Bites, which I served at a Hollywood party and was asked to leave. it is time to perfect that dish. Maybe I'll incorporate some of the things that we have in this dish, and that would be exciting. What the Duck says, hey, Henry, why do they call it the green pan when it's not green? It's just like the green vanilla essence you always use on stream. Is this from a conspiracy from Big Green? Clarify. Yeah. No, I think that's a good question. It's not green in an eco-friendly way that I know of. But again, they're not sponsoring me here. It's just it's a good pan, but it's not green. I don't know why they call it green pan. Maybe the guy who started the company is named Green, like Mr. Green in the show Clue. I think wasn't there a Green? I know there was a Colonel Mustard. So we're gonna have to do that. Chutney cheese, weenie bites. Mel's alter ego says stir fry for Oscar Sunday. Yeah, or yeah, you might, if you're having an Oscar party, you want to make the weenie bites because that's sort of a finger food that you can pass around to your guests. Or if you're just watching it with your cat by yourself. Jose frickin' Perez, false advertising. You might be able to sue them. Yeah, I could be like, hey, why isn't this thing green? Oh, here we go. Dark Aegis is coming in with the knowledge. Bring in the knowledge. I think they call it green pan because it doesn't have the PFAs, the forever chemicals that the Teflon ones do, maybe. Yeah. So Teflon is I don't remember if it was a brand or if it was a material, but whatever, Teflon was completely non-stick. And it was giving people cancer, apparently. But my take on this kind of thing is like, sure, you get cancer, but that takes many years. In the meantime, you don't have to wash your pan after you cook, which for somebody who works in the kitchen, you have to ask yourself whether that's a fair trade. Computer, what's wrong with Teflon?
Sorry, I don't know that one.
Completely worthless. This computer is completely worthless. I found a great food hack. This comes to us from 140p. I found a great food hack for my Vienna sausage bites. You can actually just eat them straight out of the can, and you don't have to have a dirty dish. Don't dirty a dish. That's great. I didn't know that they came like that. So you don't have to cook them or anything. Well, that's good. Maybe you could do that for Oscar Sunday. So I hope everybody's going to enjoy themselves. If you're watching the Oscars, that's great. I don't believe in competition myself, and I think the reason for that is that I always lose at stuff like that. So when I watch the Oscars, it makes me feel like apprehension from those times when they had contests when I was a younger person and I would always lose. So, but nothing against it. Borsenvin wants La La Land to win. It might. Sometimes they'll bring a movie back after several years and say, hey, but this was pretty good though, right? And then people will just vote on it. Okay, Shrugsley says, watch on Cinema Oscars. To get the foundation, visit Admiral Gorg's YouTube channel. He'll teach you about the On Cinema. Okay, Shrugsley is mentioning Admiral Gorg, and I'm a fan of Admiral Gorg. Admiral Gorg made a Henry's Kitchen, like a 20-minute explanation of what Henry's Kitchen is that I still think is fantastic. So check out whatever Shrugsley's promoting there. Watch On Cinema Oscars. KC 2.0 says, you'll always be a winner in my book, Henry. Thank you, KC 2.0. That's very nice to hear. Bill Larkin Music is here and says, woohoo. Bill Larkin Music, all one word. You can see him there in the chat. Please visit Bill Larkin Music's channel. Subscribe, follow, get notified. He just does amazing work on there and was inspirational to me to get on Twitch to begin with. Good to see you, Bill. I I just can't get enough of the fact that I went to a recipe on the internet, did everything exactly the same, and came out with food that tastes literally like something that you would get at a restaurant. I've run out of mushrooms at this point, and I only have carrots, and I don't like carrots. That's one thing that's a little bit of a problem with this recipe, because it's very carrot heavy. And if you see the original, now theirs has a lot of broccoli. They have a little bit more of an assortment of veggies, but there's different nutritional philosophies on that. I don't know that you want to combine a lot of veggies in your stomach, because then each of them are competing for enzymes. You know, you have different enzymes that are needed to break down different types of vegetables, your cruciferous or your garden vegetables or whatever. So you don't want all kinds of vegetables in there and then the enzymes having to fight over each other to use the resources in your stomach. So I think this is pretty good with just the mushrooms and the carrots. They also say that you're supposed to only eat one type of food at a time, which makes sauces problematic. This all comes from Anthony Bourdain. Kairosa says, with some of your tour dates coming up, what's your stream schedule look like? You're right. Well, I'm going to do a remote stream on Wednesday. But on Sunday, I'm going to be on a plane. So I don't know that I'm going to be able to stream on a plane. So there's going to be a problem there. So I'll announce it on the Discord. Master Cookie 3, Henry, have you met Neil Hamburger? Yeah, Neil Hamburger is a friend of mine. And if you don't know who Neil Hamburger is, you have to. I mean, he's unbelievable. Incredible live show if you ever get a chance to watch that. Dark Ages says, I want to try my hardest to make the Peoria show, but it's so close to the eclipse now, I'm not sure I'll make it. Okay, well, that's unfortunate. I don't know what the eclipse would have to do with you making a show, but I've heard weirder excuses, actually. Oh, because you're going to have to photograph the eclipse, maybe. Okay, everybody, we're getting off a little bit. David Blowy, who is the actual David Blowy, says, I have this featherless cock in the freezer. Would be nice if you cooked a cock dish next time. Cock, of course, is another word for chicken, I believe. Maybe a more cacophonous, no pun intended, version of the word chicken. Okay, everybody. Everything's starting to get a little bit out of control here. So let's see if we can do a raid. Let's see who's out there right now. Is our buddy Husky Boyo? I like raiding Husky because he sits and chats with everybody and has a beer and draws amazing stuff. But it doesn't look like he's streaming at the moment. So thank you right back to you, everybody. And thanks, Borsenvin. Convoy was a real fun one. Thanks, Beelzebub, for all that you do. Thanks, everybody. Ben's Frankie founding daddy says, are you going to bake cookies for the stream in the future? Yeah, I can't remember if we've made cookies in a while. I made my cherry bonbons on YouTube, and you could see that, and that's one of my favorite videos. But I actually don't know. Yeah, Dendrilion, my cat roast beef, he's very old. And I'll show you a picture of him here. He didn't come out today, and I think I don't want to force him to, because he's deserved the right to sleep, and it's always great when he comes out to get his water. But I do have a picture of him here. That's not it. Damn, how does that always happen? There he is. Yeah, my cat roast beef. Okay. All right, everybody. Quanto says that Forsen is tweeting. Now, if you don't know who Forsen is, then you're not on Twitch, because Forsen is about the biggest that there is. And he is a gamer. He currently has 7,000 people watching him. So I'll be completely forgiving if he fails to acknowledge that we raid him. But check out some Forsen. It's an essential part of being in the Twitch community. You get to see a real pro. And we're going to raid him right now. And Forsen was kind enough to show Henry's Kitchen videos to his audience, and that's part of why we have the show here. So I'm always grateful. Thanks, everybody. And I'll see you on Wednesday for a remote stream. And check the Discord for what's going to happen on Sunday. Thanks. And we're going to start this raid. It looks like he's playing Tekken 8. See, that already sounds awesome. Thanks, Stitch and Hat. Here we go. We're raiding now. Thanks, everybody.